Hey, hi guys. Today I am discussing on economics. This is SEM 1. The first question is about differentiation between GDP and GNP. So in the introduction, you mention what is the definition of GDP, what is definition of GNP. Now GDP is gross domestic product and GNP is gross national product. Once you define this in the concept, you mention all the different points such as meaning, formula, the application of GDP, GNP, focus, and measures and productivity and exclusions. And post that you mention, you give an example of each, which is GDP and GNP. You can Google search examples of GDP and GNP and you will get the details. And then in the conclusion, you mention how Dohan can utilize these different points to give his lecture in the university. Moving to the second question is about equilibrium. Here you have two things which are supposed to be done. One is demand curve equation and one is supply curve equation. Now demand curve equation is QD, which is A minus B multiplied by P, where the A is the factors that are affecting price, and B is the demand curve slope and P is the price. Now in the similarly in the supply curve equation, it is QS is equal to A plus B into P. So where Q is basically the quantity supplied, above it is in the demand curve it is QD, so that is quantity demanded. Now A in the supply curve, QS is equal to A plus B into P. Here A refers to the starting point of the supply curve on y-axis, and B refers to the slope of the supply curve, and P is the price. So here you have to see the equilibrium. Equilibrium is the price where the demand and supply are equal, where whatever is supplied is the exact quantity which has been demanded. Now here there is one equation which is given, which is QD is equal to 1200 minus P, which is for demand curve, and for supply curve it is QS is equal to 120 plus 3P. So here you have to first find out what is the actual P. So you take both the quotations which are given, which is 1200 minus P is equal to 120 plus 3P, and you find out what is the actual value for P. For me, the actual value for P has come to 270. Post that you apply this formula, the price into that formula. So once you apply the formula, you will get number of units for demand curve and supply curve, which is equal to 930 units. So 930 is the equilibrium price, or equilibrium where demand and supply both are equal. Accordingly, in the same formula, you make the changes of if the quantity increases or decreases, which is asked in the question. And this is how you can solve the second question. Moving to the third question. Third question is about elasticity of demand, which is percentage change in demand divide by percentage change in the factors affecting the demand. So this is the formula. You can Google search. You will get a lot of definitions of elasticity of demand. Here also you have a thing what you have to mention, that is price elasticity. Basically it's a calculation, and what you will have to do is so here basically price elasticity of demand is percentage change in demand upon the percentage change in price. In order to come to percentage change in demand, what you have to do is change in quantity upon the original quantity, and for the change in price, percentage change in price, you have to divide change in price by original price into 100. So these are the two formulas which will give you percentage change in demand upon percentage change in price. Now what I have achieved is 35,000 minus 25,000 divide by 25,000 into 100. This is for demand, and for price it is 350 minus 450 divide by 450 into 100, which comes to around 22.22. So 40% divide by 22.22, which is 1.8. This is the actual value which has been received for the price elasticity. Now moving to the third question, B part. Here you have to explain a particular statement about old car and new car. So this is basically a cross elasticity, that is change in percentage of quantity X upon change in percentage of quantity Y. Here basically what needs to be explained is due to other factors there can be change in demand of a particular product. So now in this example what I am seeing is a person would definitely buy a older version of the same model of the car as compared to the new, if it is a second, if it is a used car. Why? Because the money which is supposed to be paid might be say 50% or 80%, but it is not 100%. So this is how you have to explain the cross elasticity over here and relate it to the terms of old car and new car. And in the conclusion you can mention some details of cross elasticity and the usage of cross elasticity. So this is how you complete economics. Thank you. Happy Diwali. Happy New Year. Thank you.